Hi everyone, welcome to this practice. Today we're going to be focusing on the summer solstice. The summer solstice is the longest day of the year and the first day of summer. And this is a great time for us to set intentions and to review our intentions from the beginning of the year. This is also a great time to focus on sun salutations as we honor the sun for rising and becoming vibrant within this season. We're also going to be focusing on the element of fire. We feel this heat in the summertime, and this heat helps us to come into transformational energy where we work with our willpower and our ambition, as in the solar plexus chakra, to really burn off things we no longer need, as well as move forward with the things that we want to see in our lives. As we move into this practice today, we are going to be building a lot of inner and outer strength as we move through sun salutations, as well as twists and core work. You may need a block as we move into some balancing in this class. And let's get started. So we're going to start today in our comfortable seated position. So whether you have your legs crossed in front of you or out in staff pose nice and long, we're going to focus on what's called skull shining breath. This breath really helps to create heat within the body. And with this breath, we focus a lot on exhalation because the inhalations will come naturally for us. So as you inhale, you're going to breathe down into your belly, and as you exhale, you're going to feel really fast pulsating movements in your belly, and it's almost as if you're panting like a dog that is hot. So as you inhale, you're breathing into your belly, and as you exhale, it'll sound like this. So you're going to hear that sound, and you're going to start to feel the heat in your body as you feel your belly go back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so we're going to do this a couple of times to really feel this in our bodies, and so you can close your eyes if that feels good for you here. You can even place one of your hands onto your belly as we inhale, fill the belly, fill the lungs, and start to exhale. And take another full inhale. And start again. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale and release your hand and just start to come into a normal inhale and exhale. Focusing on our intentions. What is it that you maybe created at the beginning of the year for yourself? A word or a phrase. And maybe you've been focusing on it. Maybe you kind of forgot about it or let it fall to the wayside. As you inhale, think about those intentions again. And maybe you want to keep those intentions for this period, this season of life. If not, when you exhale, you can start to release that intention. Just let it go. If it's something that isn't working, something that you don't want to bring into this next season, it's okay to let it go. And on your next couple of inhales, just thinking about a new intention, if you'd like, for these summer months. And as you exhale, releasing any doubt, releasing any fears, inhaling the possibilities, the excitement of creating these intentions towards growth. And as we move forward in our practice today, you can always come back to this intention and maybe you can start to visualize yourself moving into practices towards this intention or intentions. There are multiple things that you want to work towards this summer. Visualizing yourself doing the things that actively move you towards your goals. And take another full cycle of breath here. And on your next inhale, blink your eyes open. We're going to come into our tabletop position, starting to synchronize our breath with our movements. As we inhale, lift and lengthen into your cow, and exhale, round through your spine. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round through. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale, round through. Coming into your flat back, we're going to walk our hands slightly forward, tuck the toes, lift the hips, come into your first downward facing dog. You pedal your feet, you move your hips from side to side, shake your head, release the back of your neck. And as we inhale, we're going to shift forward into our plank. So reach the crown of your head forward, pull your heels back, and then on your exhale, pull back into your downward facing dog. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, shift forward into your plank, really strong core, and exhale, pull back into your down dog. Inhale, pull forward, and exhale, pull back. Good. Looking in between your hands, walk the feet up. Inhale, lift halfway, and exhale, forward fold. You can bend in your knees here. Maybe grab opposite elbows as we gently swing from side to side. Releasing your hands as we inhale, roll up the spine, bring yourself into standing. Bringing your palms forward, shoulders roll back as we come into our strong steady mountain pose. And moving into our sun salutation, honoring the sun, finding gratitude for it rising in a new day. As we inhale, arms rise up, look up, palms touch. Exhale, release into your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. Now with control, start to come onto your knees, release the tops of your feet and lower all the way down onto your belly. Elbows are tight to your sides. And as you inhale, come up into your cobra. Shine your heart forward. And as you exhale, roll down, tuck your toes, come into your downward facing dog. Looking in between your hands, walking your feet up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise up and overhead. As we exhale, hands to heart center. Come back into your mountain. Again here, inhale, arms rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. You can come all the way onto your belly, or you can start to come into a modified chaturanga by shifting forward onto your toes, come onto your knees, release the tops of your feet, and then lower halfway down. Elbows are in line with your shoulders. Inhale into your cobra, a little higher this time, and exhale, pull back into your downward facing dog. Looking in between your hands, walking your feet up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, release into your fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Back into your mountain. One more time here, Sun A. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release into your fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. You can lower all the way down halfway or full chaturanga this time, shifting forward and then lowering the whole body in one line. As we inhale, you can come into cobra or lift your knees, press into the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Looking in between your hands, walking your feet up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. And exhale, hands to heart center. Back into your mountain. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Notice the heat that is starting to move throughout your body, loosening up your muscles. And as we inhale, we'll start to bring our big toes to touch. Heels are slightly apart. Sit down into your chair. Pull your hips back. Pull the heart forward. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, and move through your vinyasa, whatever variations you would like. Coming back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Bring your foot in between your hands. We're going to spiral down our back heel. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Slight bend in your front knee. Inhale, arms rise, warrior one. Exhale, release the hands down, step back and move through your vinyasa. Follow your breath, take your time. And as we inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, foot comes in between the hands. We'll make our way back up into our warrior one. And exhale, release the hands down, step back, move through your flow. Taking 3 rounds of breath here in your downward facing dog. And looking in between your hands, walking the feet up. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes touch, heels are apart. We're going to sit back down into our chair. Feeling that heat create in the body as we sit a little longer. And inhale all the way up to standing, hands to heart center. Come back into your mountain pose. We'll move into Sun B one more time here. So sit back into your chair, Utkatasana. And exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank, move through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, foot comes in between the hands. Make your way up into warrior one. Full breath in. And release as we bring the hands down. Step back, move through your flow. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, foot comes in between the hands. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, release the hands down. Step back and move through your vinyasa. Just because we're moving faster doesn't mean that we start to move without the breath. Still following the rhythm of our inhales and exhales. And looking between your hands, walking the feet up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes touch, heels apart. Sit back down into your chair. And come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. And back into your mountain pose. Close your eyes. If your breath has started to become more rapid, start to slow it down. Notice the sensations you feel. Good. Blink the eyes open. Arms rise. Look up. Palms touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back. Move through your vinyasa. Really engage through your core as you lower down. And as we inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, foot comes in between the hands. We're going to come up into our high lunge. So So deep bend in that front knee, left hip pulls forward to meet the right, tailbone releases to the mat. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend in your elbows, bring them in line with your shoulders as you start to bring your left knee to hover over the top of the mat. And then inhale, come back up into your high lunge. Exhale, lower down, hover. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise back up. Good. And then from here, we're going to bring our hands below our hips, and we're going to start to lean forward into a flat back. Engage through your core center here. Lift up into your warrior three pose. So start to lift that left foot up and back behind you. Reach the crown of your head forward. And you can keep your hands behind you in this airplane variation. You can also bring them to heart center. You can bring them to the ground or forward to frame your ears. And on your next exhale, we'll bring that left foot down. Come back up into your high lunge. And then bring those elbows down to the sides. Roll the heart up to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands down, step back, and move through your vinyasa. Moving on to the other side, lift the left leg up and back. Bring the foot in between the hands. We're going to come back up into our high lunge. Find that stableness within your feet and your legs. And then from here, we're going to exhale. Bring your elbows to the sides, hover your right knee, and come back up. Exhale down. Inhale, rise. And exhale down. Inhale, rise. Bring your hands in line with your hips and start to make your way into warrior three. Finding that balance as we pull back with our heel. Reach forward with the crown of your head. Engage through your core. And then start to bring that right foot back down. Inhale, high lunge. Good. And then bring those elbows out to the sides. Exhale. Inhale as you roll the heart up. And exhale, release the hands down, step back, and move through your flow. We're going to take 3 rounds of cleansing breaths in our downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth. Good. Lift the right leg up and back. Bend in the knee. Open up the hip here. Come into your tiger pose. Right hip rolls up to the sky. Take another moment here. Breathe into the belly. Good. Straighten through that right leg. Bring the foot in between the hands. Come up into your warrior two. Heel to arch alignment in the feet here. Deep bend in the front knee. Arms come out into a T shape. And we're going to straighten through that front leg. Arms come up and overhead. Palms touch. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release down. Flip the right palm up. Left hand comes back as we reverse through our warrior. Feeling that nice long length through the side body here. And then lengthen through your right leg. We're going to reach our right hand forward and place it onto either the inside or the outside of your ankle. Maybe you want to grab a block here as well. Reaching that left arm straight up to the sky. And you can look up or look down, whatever feels better in your neck, as we open through the chest. And as we inhale, we're going to come up. If you don't have a block yet, go ahead and grab it. We're going to make our way into balancing half moon. So take this block and start to place it onto the outside edge of your pinky toe. Bend in the front knee, and then start to walk your block forward as you lift up through your left leg. Then your left hip bone is going to roll up to the sky. And then you can start to slowly bring your left arm up. Really flex through that left foot. Pull it back behind you. And on your next exhale, we'll release down into our high lunge again. So we're coming forward with our hips now. And we're going to take our block and place it in our left hand. Start to straighten through your front leg. And then start to reach that left hand forward. Place it onto the inside of your right foot. And right hand reaches up. So we're coming into a twisted triangle here. Just noticing how this feels a little bit differently than our extended triangle. Really try and keep that right shoulder back as much as you can. Good, and then bend in that front knee. Release your block, place your hand onto the ground. Coming into a twist here. And as you exhale, release your right hand down, step back and move through your flow. And lifting the left leg up and back, bend in the knee, open up the hip here. Really pull your shoulders back, really lengthen through your arms. Finding evenness in both palms. And then lengthen the left foot back behind you. Bring it in between your hands. Make your way back up into your warrior two. Looking forward over your left fingertips as if you're looking towards your goals. And as you inhale, lift and lengthen through the front leg, palms touch up and overhead. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, release. Left palm flips up, right hand comes down, reverse through. And then lengthen through your front leg, reverse triangle. And then start to lengthen your left hand forward, coming into your extended triangle. If you use the block on the other side, start to use the block here as well. Think about squeezing a lemon in between your shoulder blades. You can really feel a nice deep stretch through your right outer hip here. And then start to come up, grab your block. If you don't already have it, we're going to move into our balancing half moon. So start to bend in that front knee as we reach that left hand forward. Place the block onto the outside of your pinky toe. Really find nice length and space through the sides of your body here. That will help you to use your core and lift up. Take one more round of breath. And as you exhale, we're going to bring our hips to come forward. Come into your high lunge. And then take your block in your right hand. Start to reach it forward. Lengthen through your front leg as we come into our triangle twist. Inhale, lengthen through the sides of the body. Exhale, roll that right rib cage up to the sky. Good. And then start to bend in that front knee. Release your block. Just place your hand down. Pull your right heel back behind you. You can feel the length in your hamstrings. And as you exhale, release your hand down. Step back and move through your flow. Coming into your downward facing dog. We're going to start to release down onto our knees. Come into your child's pose. Closing your eyes. Closing off the outside world. And focusing inward. Again, coming back into your intentions. What is it that I want to work towards this summer? Using this energy of the fire within me, the solar plexus chakra, giving me willpower and ambition. What can I move towards? And as you inhale, start to lift your head. We're going to start to move into side crow. So this is a balancing pose where we're going to be twisting and using our core strength as well as our arm strength. And in this pose, you can use a block to help you. So you place a block about 6 inches in front of your face. And I like to come into this pose by first coming into chair. So you can start to face the side of your mat, move into your chair pose, and then start to twist over to the right side. And you're going to take your left elbow and hook it onto the outside of your right knee, but not right onto the kneecap, just right below it. And then take your right elbow and place it onto the outside of your right hip. You're going to bend in your elbows like you're doing chaturanga arms. And then think about inhaling, lifting up on your pelvic floor, and exhaling, drawing your belly button back towards your spine. And start to shift forward towards that block. And maybe this is what you work on today, just learning how to find that shift. And then as you inhale, lift on that pelvic floor. Exhale, draw the navel center back, engaging your core. You can start to shift forward, maybe lifting one foot off of the ground, and then the other. Looking forward towards those goals. And maybe coming back down and playing that way, coming back in and out of this pose. Taking a few more moments here to play. Maybe using that block here to place your forehead on to help you feel a little more supported. And from here you can switch to the other side as well. And maybe just noticing the difference that you feel from side to side. Maybe one side feels a little easier than the other, and that's completely normal. So taking your time here, just feeling this in your body. And when you're ready, you can come back into your child's pose. Taking a few breaths of rest. We've worked a lot in creating that heat in the body. Taking time to breathe in to the spaces of the body that may be feeling a little more open because of that heat. And as we inhale, lifting the forehead, bringing your feet out in front of you, we're going to come into a seated forward fold. So pulling out any flesh from underneath of you, sitting on your bones. And as we inhale, arms rise. And as you exhale, start to fold. Hands can come onto the fronts of your shins or the sides of your feet. If you want to play a little bit here, you can also take your block and place it onto the soles of your feet and start to reach towards that as well. Wherever you are, inhaling, lengthening your heart toward your toes, and exhaling, forward fold. And as you inhale, come back up. And we're going to start to move into what's called half Lord of the Fishes pose. And so we're going to bend in our left knee and start to place that left foot onto the outside of your right leg. Left hand is going to come to the base of your spine, and your right arm is going to wrap around the outside of your left leg. Now you can stay right here, or you can start to bring that right foot towards your left glute. If you notice that you're feeling pretty tight in your hips and your left side starts to really lift up here, you can take a block and place it underneath of you. So trying to find evenness on both sides. And then as you inhale, lift and lengthen through the crown of your head. And as you exhale, start to twist, looking back behind you. Try to keep that left shoulder back and down. Taking another full round of breath here. And as you exhale, unwind. You can lengthen your legs out, shake it out a little bit. Now we'll move to the other side. So your right foot's going to come in. Start to pull it to the outside of your left leg. Right hand comes to the base of the spine. Left hand wraps around the outside of the right leg. You can stay right here or start to bring that left heel in towards your right glute. Again, find evenness, knowing that it's natural to feel a little differently from side to side. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, twist. And we're creating these micro movements within the body. So as you inhale, lift and lengthen, exhale, twist every time you breathe. And they're just really subtle movements. And as you exhale, we'll start to unwind, unwrap the legs, and gently shake it out. We're going to start to bring the soles of the feet together at the top of your mat and lay it all the way down. Bringing one hand onto your belly, one hand onto your chest, closing your eyes. Coming back into our intention. Coming back into visualizing how we reach this intention. So if you have one word, maybe it's health, start to visualize little things you can do to help you towards that intention of health. So maybe you're visualizing yourself running. Maybe you visualize yourself making a healthy meal. Maybe it's visualizing yourself not partaking in gossip. So watching yourself create these visualizations. Watching yourself move through these tasks helps us to actually move forward with them in real life. It's as if we've already done them before, so it feels easier for us to do them again. Taking a few more moments, visualizing yourself moving towards your intention. Start to release this visualization from your mind. You can stay right here in your supine butterfly, or you can start to extend your legs, extend your arms to the sides as we move into our Shavasana. Releasing and softening the body down towards the mat. Your work here is done. Taking this time to rest and absorb all the benefits of your beautiful practice. And on your next inhale, start to gently move through your fingers and your toes, your ankles and your wrists. And then rolling over to the right side. The right side is where we find our solar energy. And coming up into your comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to heart center with your eyes closed. Thank you for sharing in this practice of the summer solstice. May you use the energy of this season to work towards your goals and your intentions. Light within me honors and sees the light within you. Namaste.